Alright, so second video in the series of Road to Dark Matter. In this video we're going to cover the M79, also known as the Thumper or the Noob Tube. I'll be covering a range of topics from the class setup to the camo breakdowns, and then some general tips and tricks that are going to make getting the M79 and gold a lot easier. On to the class setups. So I'll start off by saying that the M79 is obviously a secondary, so I recommend having any primary that you're currently working on at the same time, whatever gun it would be, whatever category. For me at the minute I'm currently working on some machine guns, so I've got the Milano up there just to work on it once I'm done with using the M79 during that life. So like I mentioned in my diamond launchers video, if you haven't seen that, there'll be a link to that in the top right now. But like I mentioned there are a few things that are actually going to help using the M79 and unlocking the camos, going through the camos a lot easier. So the first thing would be the field upgrade. Is no-brainer. The assault pack that's going to replenish your M79 ammo just means that you can fire more in one single life. And the assault packs are reusable. It doesn't blow up after one use. You can return to it later on, keep replenishing your ammo, rinse and repeat. So that's really handy. Then onto the perks. Perk 1, obviously Engineer. Engineer, you can detect enemy equipment and score streaks through walls. That makes it a real lifesaver. They glow with a big orange outline, and yeah, just makes detecting them a lot easier. Perk 2, I've chosen Gearhead. It reduces your field upgrade cooldown and you can store up to 2 field upgrade charges. With the assault pack, I can be charging one up whilst using one. Reducing the cooldown time just means that I'm going to have more assault packs usable, which then means more grenades, which means I'm going to be able to progress through the camos a lot easier. And for the third perk, perk 3, I've chosen Cold-Blooded just so that when I'm running around the map trying to kill score streaks or equipment or trying to work through the camos, I don't have any score streaks aiming at me and blasting me. Also, because normally I am playing on hardcore, you show up cold on thermal. A lot of people just like to camp at the back, throw smokes, look through it with their thermal and rinse and repeat. Cold-blooded means that you show up cold on that. It's going to be slightly harder for them to actually see you, but it's hardcore, they will still see you and probably just one-shot you because they just love to camp. And then for the wild card is obviously danger close, so you can have extra lethal and tacticals. That doesn't really matter. Maybe if you're running smokes, you have more smokes, you can get to the enemy's building or spawn quicker. An extra tactical to help save your bacon if you need it. But we're not after that, we're after additional ammo. This is going to make sure that you spawn every single time with more grenades in your M79, in your Thumper, which means obviously more chances of killing people, especially when it comes down to stuff like long shots. Long shots are completely RNG, so having an extra one to just fire away is like having an extra lottery ticket. Another thing that can help when going through the game is your audio. Make sure to have your dialogue volume turn up to 100. That means that whenever the announcer says there's an enemy UAV overhead or one of the kill streaks that you're looking out for, to swap to the Sigma or look out for it with the M79 and hunt for that. But also make sure you have your subtitles enabled. You can have the regular size or you can have large. I think they're perfectly fine as the regular size, and just look out for that. As soon as they say there's a UAV overhead, if you need those, ping those out the sky with the Sigma. Once you've got 2, swap back to M79 and then just pray that you see enemy R6D in your area or enemy sentry gun. Look out for those and that will really help you smash through the camos. So audio up and subtitles on. Now let's take a look at the camo challenges. So first off, we have the eliminations like any other gun. For the M79 you need 30 kills, which is just an absolute piece of piss. That will just complete itself as you do the others, so don't even pay any attention to this because it will get done in no time. Then we have stripes, probably one of the most infuriating challenges of the M79. Get 50 long shot medals. I don't know who thought long shot medals with the M79 would be a fucking clever idea, but it's so ridiculous. I will show you a few spots on Nuketown that will equal in long shots for you. Just rinse and repeat these spots because there's no other way to do them, and you just have to stick with it. Long shots are, like I said, RNG, so stick to these spots, put down your assault pack, keep firing away, and eventually you will just get your 50, but you just have to hang in there. Classic, get 2 kills without dying 20 times. This is going to be a very easy challenge. 2 kills without dying 20 times. Normally you can get a double kill if you fire through a doorway into a house or a garage, or down into a spawn point or a choke point. but 2 kills without dying. Doesn't even have to be a double kill. You can get 1 kill, retreat, put your assault pack down, ammo back up, move to a different location, and get another one. It doesn't have to be double kills. An extremely easy challenge. Again, don't worry about it. It will get completed just as you do the other challenges. Geometric. Destroy 50 equipment, score streaks, or vehicles in multiplayer. Another easy challenge. There aren't that many hard challenges with the M79. 50 pieces of equipment. If you're running Engineer, as well as the assault pack, that's going to just be such a good synergy. Engineer is going to show you where the pieces of equipment are through the walls, glow with a nice orange outline, and you can just fire the Thumper into that room and it will 9 times out of 10 blow out that piece of equipment. You'll complete this one just by playing the game, just trying to get kills. Very, very easy challenge. Flora. Shoot and kill 50 enemies taking cover from you in multiplayer. I guess a lot of people find this one to be the most sort of challenging or the most annoying out of any gun class, because most of them require 50 enemies or X amount of enemies taking cover from you. This means anywhere from the upper torso to the head. There are a lot of spots in all of the maps where people can head glitch, and that's kind of what you're after. Luckily with the M79, the splash damage is actually much better than the rocket launchers, which doesn't make any sense. But especially playing Nuketown, there are definitely a lot of head glitches. I'll show you a few now. But a few head glitches that you can look for are the windows in both buildings. People love to head glitch that, trying to get long shots. People taking cover behind the cars on both the right and left side of the map by the buses, and through the window of the bus, the cutout bus. I believe it's the red one. But yeah, unfortunately, when you're doing long shots and people are just behind the building that you shot from, that doesn't count as taking cover because you still need to see a proportion of them. So look for these head glitches, windows, buses, cars, if it's on Nuketown, but that applies to any other map really. Look for that, fire one through. You do have to account for a bit of dip with the M79, it has a fair bit of drop off, but take that into account. Get it by the feet or behind them, splash damage will get them, and that will count. Science Camo. Probably the worst one of the M79 and the launchers, especially the RPG. But if you didn't see what I said in the previous video, I also mentioned that another YouTuber called Zaka Yeet, I think I'm pronouncing that right, made quite a good point in that if you take out 2 kill streaks with your Sigma, because that locks on, that's just so much easier to do that. Use your Sigma to take down 2 UAVs or anything, and then swap back to your M79 and then try and go for a vehicle or a score streak. As long as you destroy the 3rd one with the M79, it will count towards this camo. So what I used to do on Nuketown, I would get the Sigma out as soon as I heard that there was an enemy UAV overhead. I would take that down until I got to 2, swap back to my M79 and just hope that there was a sentry gun or an R6D going around. Some people like to go on to Dirty Bomb because there are a lot of vehicles in there. You can also go on to Combined Arms and hope that you get Armada, because a lot of people like to use jet skis and stuff, but that has to be a direct hit because obviously you're not going to explode on the water. It's just a camo that takes quite a while. You need to do this 10 times, so do pay attention for the UAVs, counter-UAVs, anything easy to take out with a Sigma. Take out 2, head back to your M79 and just pray that someone pops one of those up. Psychedelic. Kill 2 or more enemies rapidly 25 times, so get a double kill 25 times in multiplayer. Really easy. Splash damage, like I said, is pretty good on this. Just fire it through doorways, entrances, windows, anything where people are normally going to camp. Or luckily, if you get around to a spawn point, fire it through there. You're more than likely guaranteed to get 2 or 3 people. I think 3 people is the max you can get with the splash damage of the Thumper. I don't think you can fire it through and the splash damage as well as direct hits kill more than 3 people. I'm willing to be proved wrong on that, but I think 3 is the maximum. It's a very easy challenge, and it will just get completed as you go along. I will stress that you want the Thumper fully ranked up before you start grinding the camos, because you don't want to complete most of the camos whilst ranking it up, because they're not going to count and it's just annoying to have to do double the work. It's just not efficient. So rank it up fully in zombies or anything like that, or if you want to go into Warzone, go into Plunder and have the M79 out and just complete contracts. Whatever is your preferred method for ranking, but definitely have all of the camo challenges unlocked before you start grinding the camos. And then that will be it in gold. Unfortunately, to get it in diamond, you also have to get the knife. Well, it says unlock gold camo for one melee weapon. I chose to do the standard knife, but I think it counts if you use anything like the baseball bat, the sledgehammer, just one melee weapon and one special weapon. But I chose to do the knife, so I had to get this in gold, then the knife in gold, for them to both be in diamond. But that'll be it. You can finally get rid of the M79. I found it quite fun to use, especially going to this from the launchers. The launcher is just a bit of a pain in my ass, whereas the M79, you're more mobile, it fires a bit quicker. It's like a fun mix-up. So I enjoyed it. I hope you enjoy using the M79 too. And I hope this video helped. I hope you learned something new, something useful. If you did, let me know. Leave a comment. Maybe you found a tip that could help someone else. Let me know. Catch you next time.